Well, Joan Madeira was an outstanding lady, but she was incredibly generous, friendly, and very, very religious.
In what ways wasn't Joni active in ministry at Christ Chapel? She was involved in Long Island. She was very active in pastoral care, pastoral outreach, and also in Bible teaching, but also very much involved in outreach. And if I'm not mistaken, she was like a fairy godmother to Treasure Coast, and established both the hospice, and I think was also involved in the grief support too. But she was extremely financially and in other ways supported the ministry here and spearheaded this ministry.
She was so influential in Treasure Coast Hospice in so many ways, but one way that was so near and dear to her heart was our chaplains. She believed in them, and she really wanted to make sure that every patient and family had the availability of chaplain services, so much so that she has had chapels in our sites here as well as in our inpatient units where she's had them named after her. Because again, she just believed in our spiritual care and just wanted to make sure that if people had questions or concerns or anything related to end of life and spirituality and chaplaincy, she made sure it happened, and we're forever grateful for her.
A brief history of Christ Memorial Chapel would probably have to begin with a woman named Mrs. Barstow, Mrs. William Slocum Barstow. She took her Christianity very seriously, but there wasn't a place of worship on Jupiter Island. So she built that chapel. It was consecrated in 1939, and her vision would be, although it is an Episcopal chapel and under the canons of the Episcopal Church, her vision was broader than that. She wanted a place for all denominations, not only on Jupiter Island, but for the community in general.
Treasure Coast Hospice Grief Support is one of the programs that not many people know about in our community, but it is a secret treasure that we have here for anyone that is struggling with the death of a loved one or anticipating the death of a loved one. We're able to work with them, surround them with love and support, and guide them through one of the most difficult parts of their life. Christ Memorial Chapel came to us a few years ago and asked us, what else could we do? Like what could we do that might be just a little bit different? And at that point we came up with using a book, a meditation book, and a spirituality book. And we had a support group where we would go through the book, which was on spirituality, and we would combine it with meditation and healing and mindfulness. And it really changed the way that we provided support groups, and it really opened up people who may not be in that place of sitting in a traditional support group where they had a book and they can go through the book and they could connect their life with spirituality and mindfulness and meditation, and it really just transformed people's lives in a way that we didn't know if it was possible, because again, it was a different way of doing a support group.
Treasure Coast Hospice is, helps people in the latter stages of their life, and that's a very important service as far as we're concerned. And therefore, we've always supported the hospice.
And ever since Joan Madeira, I think we've been involved with your ministry here at Treasure Coast. And as we've grown in terms of budget and outreach, so has our support.
Christ Memorial Chapel has been such a blessing to specifically the grief support programs as well as our chaplain programs. They are just a small little chapel on Jupiter Island that just is tucked away. If you've never been there, it's beautiful grounds, and I'm forever thankful for the support that they have and will continue, hopefully, to give us at Treasure Coast Hospice to make differences in people's lives. So thank you.